Hi everybody and welcome to the brand new show, James Does Music. So this is essentially a spiritual successor to James's House of Rock, where I talk more about my opinions on music than the fact and history of it. So essentially on this show we'll be seeing a lot of like top 10, top 5 kind of things, and maybe some like discussions that I want you guys to get involved in the comments. So our first episode today, as you can see by the title, is Top 10 Albums. Now I am very, very into 90s pop punk as well as some early 2000s stuff, so a lot of my top 10 is regarding that. So let's get started. Number 1, Underclass Hero by Sum 41. Now this album has been at the top of my list for ages. I love this album so much. My suggestion is start with Walking Disaster, and then go from either like March of the Dogs or With Me is one of my all-time favorite songs. Best of Me. Honestly, just listen to the whole album. And then I'd move from there to their previous album before Underclass Hero, Does This Look Infected, if you like Sum 41. So, number 2, Sound of Madness by Shinedown. Now, I love everything that Shinedown has ever released as a band. They don't have a single bad album out of their entire discography. However, Sound of Madness has always stuck out to me the most. Song suggestions, I'd say start with Second Chance, the big one off the album. If You Only Knew is a great song. Again, listen to the whole album. In fact, look up the deluxe edition I would suggest listening to, because that adds the songs I don't remember the name of the song now, and Junkies for Fame. Alright, so number 3, American Idiot by Green Day. Now, I know this is probably in the top 10 list of a lot of punk people, but it's just always been... It's what I grew up on, really. I think American Idiot was the first album that I ever listened to by like any pop punk band at the time, because my mom would always have it on while she was cooking or cleaning, and I was going around and playing. Like, imagine a 7-year-old listening to American Idiot and then falling in love with the band. So as for song suggestions, I'd say on the longer side, though, is Homecoming. It's 9 minutes and 45 seconds long, but it's 9 minutes and 45 seconds of pure amazingness. As well as Give Me Novocaine and We Are the Waiting. And, you know, as a general census, all of these, just listen to the full album. So number 4 is Dark Before Dawn by Breaking Benjamin. Now, Breaking Benjamin is a lot like Shinedown to me, where everything they've ever released is fantastic. I couldn't have a problem with anything that you would play for me. But Dark Before Dawn is their most recent one, and it stuck out to me more than the rest of them. In fact, they have 2 spots on this list, because I just love them that much. The biggest song I can suggest to you is Failure. It was the first single off the album. Ashes of Eden is an amazing song. So, number 5 is the self-titled album by Boys Like Girls. Now, I'm going to have an episode later on in this series called Boys Like Girls, the boy band of pop punk, which is essentially what they are. They are on the way more poppier side of pop punk, but I have always loved Boys Like Girls, and their first album is just great. I would do Learning to Fall, Broken Man, and then just go on to listen to the full album. Number 6, Living Things by Linkin Park. So, this one's hard, because it was like... It was probably one of the only good Linkin Park albums of the recent years. Because, like, the Thousand Suns took what they tried to do, like, they tried to do a new sound, and it took what they used to have and made it, like, this really weird, dark electronica thing. And then what they ended up doing, which is why Living Things caught my attention so much, is that they combined what they were trying to do in Thousand Suns with their old sound from Meteora and made Living Things, and that's why it sticks out so much to me. So I'd say Skin to Bone and Tinfoil, the two go together, and like Lost in the Echo and Burn It Down, the two singles off the album. It's a great album. So number 7, I said that they had 2 places on this list, is Dear Agony by Breaking Benjamin. This was the album previous to Dark Before Dawn, and it's so cool. The album cover is actually a real brain scan of the lead singer Benjamin Burnley, and it took a lot darker of a theme to like Breaking Benjamin is generally dark, but Dear Agony is a lot about death and like acceptance and stuff like that, including Give Me a Sign, my absolute favorite song off the album. The music video for that is great. Man sitting in a hospital with the dark shadow of death coming down the hallway to grab him. Like, how much better could you get with that? So number 8 is California by Blink-182. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of you Blink-182 fanboys butthurt with this one, but I loved California. I fully accept what Tom DeLonge is doing. In fact, you can see right behind me that I own everything that he's released, but I love Matt Skiba. I feel like he was a good pick. If they had to replace Tom DeLonge, I feel like Matt Skiba is a perfect replacement. And just California didn't have a bad song on it. It kept the good pacing the entire time. The only thing that I can say about it is that the lyrics made little to no sense, but you were having fun. You wanted to sing along. You wanted to fist pump to it. Like, it was good. You wanted to dance. And now this is not to say that I don't love the stuff that Tom DeLonge has done with Blink. In fact, when I was making this list, it was a hard call between this and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, because I do love that album. However, I feel like for the anticipation of the next album, California really delivered. In fact, for the next spot, number 9, is Matt Skiba and the Secrets, Cuts. Now, this was the album that he released shortly before California came out, and I love it. It's a nice little, like, it's a pop-punk feel, but it's a much slower pop-punk feel. And I'd say Way Back When and Vienna, and then She-Wolf is the song that actually got me into the album in the first place through the Hi, My Name is Mark podcast. So, give Matt Skiba a chance, guys. He really has some good music. Alkaline Trio is great, Matt Skiba and the Secrets is great, Heavens was great, and as much as you guys like to defend Tom to the end of the earth, California was great. So the 10th and final one on the list is Get Your Heart On by Simple Plan. Now, Simple Plan has their bad moments. Their early stuff isn't all that good to me. But Get Your Heart On is just a really nice and energetic pop-punk feel. Jet Lag is a song that I could sing along to until the end of my days. Like, I love that song so much. And just that has, like, their big songs. This song Saved My Life and Summer Paradise and stuff like that. And yeah, it's just a great album. I would suggest giving Simple Plan a chance too, because I know they're considered one of the little brothers of pop punk. So that was my top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed James Does Music. We will be taking on more of like a James's House of Rock feel in later episodes for some of the discussion pieces, but for the most part, the style will be like this episode was. So, I'll see you soon.